Have you ever had a potential client that you knew would be a perfect fit for your coaching services, but for some reason you just couldn't seem to close the deal? You knew that you had the skills and expertise to help them achieve their goal, but when it came time to ask for the sale, you just froze up and you didn't know what to say. That was me a few years ago. I had been doing sales calls for several years and I had some great success stories under my belt, but I still struggled with closing high ticket deals. I would just get so nervous in the sales calls that I would stumble over my words and lose my confidence. I knew I needed a better system if I wanted to take my business to the next level. So I set out and created a powerful and effective closing script that would help me close more high ticket deals with confidence and ease. I tested and refined my script over several months until I had a proven system that helped me land 4-figure clients consistently. In this video, I'm going to share my 6-figure closing script that has helped me close $1,000 plus deals on Zoom. I know how frustrating and stressful it can be to struggle with sales, and I want to help you overcome those challenges so that you can achieve the goals you have on your business and serve your clients at the highest level. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next free training I'm going to be doing. Welcome to my channel. My name is Berk and I help coaches attract pre-sold clients without using paid ads. So before we dive in the script, I just want to say that this is just 2.5% of what we cover inside our coaching program. Mastering sales takes a lot more than just following a script. And if you have even more questions about this script, you can just send me a message on Facebook just by clicking on this link, or send me a message on Instagram. Because being proficient in the art of high ticket phone sales is one of the highest income skill that you can learn. And here, of course, practice makes perfect. You always want to look for opportunities to roleplay the below script with community members. To do so, you can join our community by clicking the link in the description and join our Facebook groups. And of course, I've personally used this script to grow my business to multiple 5 figures. And now it's your turn. I want to use this enrollment script and apply it into your business, because as always, watching these trainings will not help you if you don't apply them. So before you start actually with the whole script, I just want to tell you how to prepare for the sales call, which usually takes around 5 minutes. And I always say that preparation is one of the most important thing. As Abraham Lincoln said, if he would have, let's say, 5 hours to chop a tree, he would spend the first 3 hours sharpening the axe. And the same you want to do in this sales calls. You want to come prepared for the sales calls, quote unquote, done the homework you had. And when it comes to preparing for the sales calls, what I usually do, I always have pen and paper ready. Not the computer, not the document, pen and paper. You want to close the computer screens that you have opened to avoid distractions. When you have this pen and paper, you want to write their name down and review the Calendly answers. After they book the call with you, of course, you have a calendar with application and you want to review their answers and write down everything, like what are their pains, what are their goals, what is their current situation. You want to write all the information that you need so you can be prepared and know and have an idea what to do on the sales call. After you complete those 2 things, you want to do something some people would say it's weird, but actually it works. You want to visualize them saying yes. Reply past successes in your mind. You want to increase your confidence and join the call by being confident. Otherwise, when you're not confident, your prospect will know that. You want to be confident, and the best way to do so is by visualizing them saying yes and believing that you have the right tools to help them. Remember to use the doctor frame on your calls. You are in control of the call, not the other way around. They come onto the call because they have a problem and they need your help, and you have what they need, not the other way around. Remember and follow this doctor framework throughout your whole calls. You don't do these calls aimlessly. You do them with purpose. You have a solution, they have a problem. That's it. You're the doctor. You prescribe the solution. And of course, to prepare for the sales calls, you always want to record all the calls you have, to listen and analyze them daily if you have time, or weekly. Because with analyzing the sales calls you have, you're going to see what mistakes you're doing, what you can do more and improve on the next sales calls. Because something that's not measured cannot grow. And of course, the last thing that you want to do is to be at a quiet place with a good Wi-Fi connection. Now let's dive into the script. But before doing so, the biggest mistake that I see a beginner makes with this script is that they will appear to be actually reading a script. And most of the time they sound super robotic. Do not follow this script word for word. Be conversational. If it appears that you're reading off a script, you won't come off as sincere. You always want to be conversational. So the main goal here would be to understand the framework. Of course, in the frameworks that I'm giving, I'm providing you also with examples so you can understand this better. But the whole idea is to follow the framework, not like the exact word for words. So let's dive in. When it comes to my 6-figure closing sales script that I'm using to close 4-figure deals, I always start with introduction. You always want to start the call with a warm and friendly tone. This way you will be establishing from the outset that it isn't going to be an aggressive, high pressure sales pitch. People hate that. You want to be conversational, you want to be friendly and have peer-to-peer conversation. Like the stage 1 is all about introduction. And usually I don't recommend this to take more than 3 to 5 minutes. Otherwise this would be a waste of time for both of you. Like the whole introduction part is divided into 3 parts. The first part is just establishing rapport, having small talk, of course, like their name, where they're coming from, just what are they up to. Just have a small talk with them, but don't, chat about the weather and anything that's not related to the business itself. After that, you want to set the intentions and establish authority. Remember, they come to you because they had a problem and you have a solution for them. You want to set the intentions and establish the authority that you are going to be helping them on this call. Like this is not a random call. The way I do this always is I say, hey Mr. Prospect, I want to be respectful for both your time as well as mine. I have hard stop at the top of the hour. Did you have the full time today for the full 30 to 45 minutes? Yes, I have them. Then just explain them what the call would be about. And the next thing that I usually do, I eliminate the objections they have. Because of course, what most of the people do at the end of their sales calls, they try to handle the objections. But what they do, and most of the quote-unquote professional salespeople, they eliminate the objections before they happen. Usually the 2 most common objections are I need to talk with my partner or I need to think about this. So you want to find a way to eliminate those objections. And of course, as I told you previously, this is just like 2.5% of what we cover inside our coaching. So I can't go in depth about everything, but the thing here is to get the idea of how to use this script. So as you can see, the stage 1 is all about introduction. You want to establish rapport, you want to set the intention, and you want to eliminate the objections. And of course, this one is not mandatory. Some people might think that this is too salesy, so it all depends on the industry you are, because of course all industries are different and all prospects are different. So when you finish this stage 1, you want to move to stage 2, which is setting the doctor frame to diagnose the problem. Get them to realize that they have massive pains. Dig into the pains to get them realize that they need to get out of them immediately. You always want to get to the root of the problem and find the motivation. And here I gave some examples of how to identify the problem and the pains your prospect has. For the sake of time, I won't go through each of the questions individually. You can just find this document in the description and you can see all the questions there. But the idea here is when you are at the doctor frame, you want to identify their problems and pain and dig deep into their answers. So let's say someone says, yeah, right now I want to lose weight. This is like just too vague answer. What you want to do is you want to dig deeper into their problems. For example, you can start asking, why do you want to do that, Mr. Prospect? Oh yeah, because right now I want to feel healthy. healthier. It makes perfect sense, and that's great motivation, Mr. Prospect. But of course, we all want to feel happier. And if you actually lose weight, how your life would change. Oh yeah, actually my wife would be happy about my physique. I won't be ashamed of it anymore. I can fit to my jeans and so on. And you want to dive as deep as possible into those pains, and you want to make your prospect realize that they have a problem and they need to go out of it. Once you find the problem and diagnose it, you want to establish what heaven looks for them. What does this mean? This basically means to find the dreams of your prospect, like why they want to do that, like why they want to escape of their current situation, where they want to go. And again, here you can find lots of examples of questions you can ask. And once you ask those questions, you want to move to the second part of this stage 3, which is reiterate. What does this basically means? You want to make them feel heard. Like you don't want to ask all the time questions. Sometimes you also want to just empathize with them. You can say, yeah, it all makes sense. Appreciate that you're sharing that with me. So if I'm hearing right, Mr. Prospect, you say this, that, and this. You always want to make them feel heard, or sometimes repeat what they say. Otherwise, this might sound like an interview and you might sound too salesy. So you're finished right now, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. You know the current situation, you know where they want to go. You want to right now bridge the gap. What does this mean? This basically means to paint a picture that point A and point B are too far ahead of time. That means just digging deep into the pain. Note, if you have already asked the question in the doctor phase, like why not do this on your own, and provided you with a sustainable answer, you can just skip this phase. Then once you have established their dreams, you know what heaven looks for them, you know what is their current situation, you have bridged the gap, you go to the stage 5, which is presenting the offer. This part is actually divided into few parts. Part 1 is just presenting your offer. And here I gave like an overall framework of how to present your offer. Of course, I can just give a specific example here because all offers are differently. But the whole idea is just at this point you want to present your offer, keep it at a high level. Most of the times you shouldn't spend more than 3 minutes talking about what your offer is. You want to give an overall overview of what your program is all about, like what are the stages, what bonuses that they have, and the guarantees. Then you want to stop talking. Let them ask for more. Answer questions that they have while keeping it high level. Giving the nitty-gritty details will only cause more confusion and unnecessary questions. You want to keep it high level. Then once you present your offer, you want to ask them. So that's essentially what my program looks like. Do you have any questions about that? Let them ask all the questions, and when you see that they're 100% sure that your program is the right solution for them, you want to drop the investment. And after that, when you drop the investment, you have 2 scenarios. First one, they might have some objections that you want to handle. And of course, you can also subscribe to my channel because in future, I'm going to be doing in-depth training on how to handle objections, and I'm going to show you all of these different objections and how I handle them personally. Or the second scenario here is just the enrollment. You can say, awesome. Well, with that, I want to welcome you as the newest member of our program. I'm so excited to see you inside. Let's crush it. You want to clap for them. You want to just remove the pain they currently have, the weight they have on their shoulders. Because when we make a huge investment, of course, we feel kind of stressed. You want to congratulate them. You want to actually appreciate them, and you want to just remove the weight in their shoulders so they can actually be relaxed, enroll them into the program, and boom, you have them as clients. That is basically the script I'm personally using to close $1,000+ deals. And you want to be using the same script if you're also in the coaching industry. I guarantee that if you use this script and you have enough calls, you are easily going to be doing like 10K months. Like with this closing script, I'm closing it around 40 to 45%. So yeah, again, I'm always encouraging you to take action after watching this, because of course, just like watching these videos for entertainment won't help you. Please implement what you learned and let me know your questions in the comments, or even after a month and so let me know the results you got.